I'm here recording this edition of the Procast with Rebecca from Needlepoint Joint in Ogden, Utah, downtown, right? So Rebecca's here to tell us what Needlepoint Joint has for us for our next knit-along. So let me tell you about the knit-along, but say hi first. We're excited.
Hello, I'm so glad to see you again.
I know, I'm excited about this. This is going to be a knit-along that will begin. Cast on for this will be October 13th. Yeah, it seems random, but I wanted us to record this and then have this go live in time for people to get their yarn if they want to order from Needlepoint Joint. It's a fantastic way to support the channel because I get a little bit of a commission, so yay. So that's and you guys have some great offerings this time, really good selection of different price points, and our happy independent dyer. We get to support her, and she has some fantastic colors. So if you see this loveliness here, cue audience noises.
Ooh, ah.
Ooh, ah. Okay, this is the Lavella Shawl by Amba O'Brien. So I just loved this pattern. It was so much fun to knit. And it went fast. And this monster, I mean, it's long and it wraps around a coziness. This is 3 skeins of DK. So it's a little thicker, it goes fast, it's warm. And this lovely colorway, look at this. This is from Brandy, our favorite independent dyer.
From the one string.
Oh, show the label, please.
Oh. So this is the one strings label.
Yes.
She's super cute. We love her.
And she does amazing stuff. So what I have here, this shawl, I just have a tidbit left. This shawl was made with wine spill. Look at that color. Wine spill. Love it. And floral print dress. So this is what I have left. So it's a very good use of your DK. So this was 3 skeins. So 2 skeins is the darker color, and then 1 skein of the speckled. But obviously it's stripy. So that was a lot of fun. It keeps your interest. It's not just stocking it back and forth. It's fun.
I love Amba shawls. I've done a bunch. They're so much fun.
I know. So we will have this colorway combination available. Brandy's going to do some limited edition, like limited amount for us, right?
Very limited. There's going to be 12 kits in each colorway. That's it.
So this is one. This is called Wine Spill and Floral Print Dress. And that will be available as a kit from your Needlepoint Joint website. And then the other combination I've just cast on, this is called Unpredictable Waterways, and this one is called Anna. And you can see it has little tiny bits of purple and then the corresponding turquoise in there.
Yeah, that's what it, this is the fingering weight and the skein, the Anna. Oh, it's so beautiful. And then her bulky and the Unpredictable Waterways. They're so pretty together. And I've actually used these in a sweater together, and they're amazing.
I have to tell you, our lighting doesn't do it justice. Really, it doesn't. But I love that so much. Look at that. Love it. So if a person wants to order the kit from you for this, that's 750 yards, 2 of the main color and 1 of the contrasting lighter color with the speckles. And that would be available on your website when this airs, by the time this goes live on the channel, right?
Yes, we're going to have those open for pre-order only. When they're gone, they're gone. So you want to get in quickly and get them if that's what you want.
Pre-order. And so if someone orders when this goes live, hopefully this will be the last couple of days of September.
We will mail it the week. Oh yeah, we will mail it the week before the knit along, so you have it in time for the knit along. But we wanted to let you know, it's going to be the week before the knit along because we want to give her time to dye all of that. But she's already committed. She's going to have 12 of each kit. So we're pretty excited. She's dyeing right now.
Love this. I love this so much. This is one of my favorite bases. It's very high twist, and I love knitting with high twists. The stitch definition is fantastic. And it's 100% merino, so it's squishy, and superwash. What's not to love?
Nothing really. Nothing.
So that's an option you can find if you go to needlepointjoint.com, and I'll have a link down below, my affiliate link, and then click on kits. You'll see kits under knitting at the top, and you'll find it. So this kit would be how much then?
That kit will be $85.
Okay. And you have lots of other choices that you're going to show us, right?
I do have lots of other choices, and some of your knit-alongers will probably be familiar with a few of these. Obviously, you know, a ton of you use this for the campsite cardi, and everybody seemed to really love it. I kept hearing from people how much people loved it. So we have our vintage DK, which like is color. Yeah, so this is you can pick out whatever 2 colors you want. We have, through Barocco, we have the entire palette available, and these would be drop shipped directly to you. Unless you're local and it's something we have in stock, we can bring it right out the door, or you can come see us and pick it up.
I really, for some reason, like that green and gray together.
Isn't that pretty? It's like a taupey color, so it's very autumny, and yeah.
Autumny, good adjective.
So,
but I tell you, this is luxurious.
This is absolutely the most luxurious. This is something that, you know, this is actually great for a gift too. So like if you're going to be knitting this for somebody else, it's an easy care yarn. So you don't have to worry about them, throwing it in the washing machine. But it still has beautiful drape and definition, and it's soft, and like I can't get over how nice this yarn is.
Right.
And I'm totally a natural fiber snob, and I love this yarn.
So you need 3 skeins of that, 2 of the main color, 1 contrasting color. You can build your own kit that way for
$27 plus shipping. So yeah, it's very affordable.
Oh yeah.
So you can even do multiples.
Oh yeah. We are Christmas knitting, and because this is DK, it's quick. You could knit this shawl in a week if you really had a good Netflix going. Totally.
Yeah, absolutely. And then our final option is the Urth Monochrome DK, which I know a ton of your knitters used for the campsite cardi and just adored. And again, we would be drop shipping that directly from Urth. You know, you can kind of build your own kit at whatever 2 colors you love the most.
Yeah, and you have all those colors shown on the website, so people could just go click and pick. And the tonals for their monochrome DK, the colors, the saturation is fantastic, and the color, they're so rich. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're incredibly deep and rich.
I don't recall the price per skein on those.
So it's 26 a skein,
and that's 100% merino as well.
That is 100% merino.
Superwash. Also, yeah. I did my campsite cardi out of that, and it's lovely.
Yeah, they make really beautiful yarns. I'm super impressed by their yarns.
And they have fast shipping.
Super fast shipping. They're so good to us and to our customers. I can't get over how wonderful they are. And I love that they plant a tree for every skein they sell. That makes me so happy.
Yeah, and I'll put a link down below where people can read more about that if they're interested. And also, I mean, Emre, the president of Urth Yarns, when he and I did our podcast, he talked about that and explained how that works. And I'll put that link down below too. But that was a really fun interview also. So really cool. So all of this stuff will be available to order when this goes live. So you'll have to click on over to Needlepoint Joint and see what the options are. I'm really excited. You might have to knit this with us.
I might have to, because I bet I know the dyer. I bet I can, like, I don't know, maybe ransack her house and steal some yarn from her.
I bet you could. She might even have some kind of a one-off crazy something that has unicorns on it.
Who knows? They might.
She could probably draw a unicorn on the label just for you.
She actually let me name one of her colorways. It's a gray and white with lots of rainbow speckles on it. And I said, that looks just like a gin-soaked unicorn. And so it is now gin-soaked unicorn, and it is my personal color. I've knit a lot with her yarns, and I love them.
I don't know
Like
where
I said,
she gets her base. It must be a secret gnome thing, but unicorns and
yeah.
fairies, but
Yeah, magical sheep with horns and little gnomes shear them and
I don't know. I just wish it doesn't translate to the screen, but I just wish you could see the twist. I mean, I know you can't, but I love it so much.
I even brought
Please do a gradient kit for me. Please.
I'll beg her. I'll beg her. Actually, we should just stalk her. I think that's the way to get it
Then
done.
you do a knit along with a gradient kit. Oh,
Yes. Oh, that would
I
be
love that so
wonderful.
much.
Yeah, in fact, I have an amber shawl that I brought that is in one of those colors. It's not the same one, but this is the miso shawl, and I did that in the floral print dress. And oh my gosh, it's just to die for. It's so squishy. So this is her fingering weight, which is actually a superwash Targhee,
Oh,
which is a Western sheep breed, and it is just squishy and scrummy, and yeah, I love it.
scrummy.
Scrummy. Mm-hmm. Like I kind of want to eat it.
Right, but scrum is a word, a real word. But I don't
Oh,
remember what it means. Isn't it a game?
I always thought it was short for scrumptious.
I'm looking it up.
Oh dear. Don't check your Urban Dictionary.
No, I thought it was a game. Okay, I'll have to
A
look.
British scrummy is an adjective in British English to describe something or someone as tasty and good to eat.
There you go. I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, y'all talking about me.
Absolutely, we were.
Absolutely.
That's Brandy.
She's weird. We like her.
Oh, funny. So this pattern, I know that you haven't knitted it before, but I will say there's a couple things I'll say about the pattern. And one is that our viewers, Amba has generously offered our viewers 30% off the pattern download. So I'll put the link down below for that and the code that you'll need to get the 30% off. But it's lovely, and it has this center spine that you can see right here. And so that's always a good like placeholder to keep track of where you are. So the only, that really, it's a really straightforward knit. And the only thing, you kind of need to pay attention a little bit when you get to this section, just so you're not, with the eyelets, just so that you're not off. Because it's easy to not pay attention and get off track a little here or there.
Oh, yeah.
So, but it's not difficult. I mean, it's not difficult. It just requires a little attention. That's all.
Yeah, I did Amba's Aria shawl, and I brought that too. And it's interesting because it's got that same kind of central spine, but it's offset.
Yeah. When
you're knitting, it kind of throws you off a little bit to have only so many on one side and so many more on the other.
Right.
It does require attention.
It does. And I actually made myself a little chart. So, because you can go through and do the math. I mean, she tells you the stitch count at the end of the section, but you can go through and do the math, and you can tell that it's going to be decreased like every, well, in the Lavella shawl, I'm sure it's similar with that, but that every 8-row repeat, you're going to have a total decrease of however many stitches that is. So you can make yourself a little T-chart and do the math and know what your stitch count should be at the end of every 8-row repeat. Like, I'm all kind of picky that way, and I like to go and know that I'm on track. Yeah,
it's helpful. It is helpful. I'm a stitch marker sticker inner, so that way I can just count my stitch markers as I go when I do those increases and decreases.
So you just put a stitch marker like every 10, or
wherever my increase or decrease is, I put in one of those little clippy stitch markers, right? Because if it's on a piece of paper, I'm going to lose it.
Yeah.
If it's actually clipped into my knitting, then I won't lose it.
So, okay. So explain to me how you go about that. Maybe I'll try that. So if you're decreasing, let's say you're increasing and you're on the beginning part of the shawl, for example, and you're increasing, you're going this way, You're knitting up and you're increasing as you go. And so the increases are on the edges. So you would just clip one in how often?
Wherever I've done my increase row,
Right.
I'll put one in, and then I just know how, like, my pattern will tell me how many times I'm doing that increase.
Right.
So if I have to do 8 increases, when I've got 8 stitch markers sticking out of each increase.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And that way I don't lose the piece of paper, because inevitably I'm going to lose that little piece of paper. And inevitably I will lose the pattern at some point in the middle of making it, and I will have to print out a new pattern. So it's good to know yourself and your limitations.
Yes. I had it in my mind, a different concept where you would maybe be putting a stitch marker in that not just clips, but that's on your needle that goes along with you. And then when you do an increase, you have, you know, maybe 10 from the stitch marker, and then you add another stitch marker. So it's on the needle with you. I misunderstood. Yeah.
No, I just clip them right onto the knitting. So by the end, my knitting usually looks like a big mess of stitch markers.
Yeah.
So
That's all right.
That's okay. They come out.
That's a great idea. I haven't ever tried that. I just do my thing. And then periodically I count how many I have on the short side and hope that it's the correct number, and then I'll count on the long side too. But anyway, it's a neat, she's got some fantastic patterns. I hope to have an interview with her also. So
that would be cool. I'd love to watch that. She's cool.
Yeah. You might have to knit it with us. I want to see what yarns you would pick if you did, because you have some awesome color choices in things I've seen you wear and do. Things
yeah, I'll have to dig in my stash and see what I've got.
Do you have some of Brandy's DK hidden somewhere?
I believe I do. I believe I might have a skein or two of DK weight hidden somewhere in my stash.
You could just go ransack her house.
I could ransack her house. I could ransack my house. I could ransack the shop, which my husband claims is just an extension of my stash. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Rebecca, thanks again for joining me and partnering with another project. You guys are always fantastic. Every time I call you up or I send you an email, I'm like, hey, what about this? You're like, sure.
Well, we love you, Jana, and we love the Purl Together knitters. It's been really nice getting to know all of them, and we're just sad we couldn't be at retreat. We couldn't be a part of retreat this year, and we just can't wait to see you guys all next year. We looked forward to it all year, and when we realized it wasn't going to happen, we're like, that's okay. 2021 will come. Yep,
for sure. It will. And I'm sad too, because it's always so fun to see you guys all in person, and your shop is fantastic. You know, we love it, and it's so fun to squish everything.
Get yarn fumes.
You're your little dopamine hit right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, all right. Thanks for joining me, Rebecca. We'll talk to you later.
All right. We'll see you later. Bye.